Uh, so to our guest speakers and everyone here in attendance, I would like to welcome you all to this very important event. And more than a year ago, I was on my daily routine as a teacher, checking the daily attendance when I noticed that a student of mine came late to class. I asked her to explain herself, why she was. She responded that she lives in an island called Binuangan. And she rides going to school every day. And so, also going back to her home in the island, also every day. So my initial reaction was an island here, near Manila. Is there really an island here? So, she began describing the island by beginning with some details which I found very interesting, including the church in the middle of the sea, the black sand islands, and walls that stretches out to Manila Bay. I got curious about her story, so I contacted colleagues from my organization, Kasaysayan Hunters. And by the way, sila po ito, yung mga nasa harap na table. So, so we set up a trip going to the island. So the trip has led us to several more as we have uncovered what might be the most significant discovery of our time. So Binuangan is just a small island, but not ordinary. Going to the island, we found let me just this. Okay. So we found walls. So these are walls. Yan. So kung makikita nyo, they're just like humps, no? Just above water. Now, we thought it's just natural because there's not like walls at far. But then, these walls appear. So you see, these are no longer looks like natural. It's obviously man-made. And so is this. This is a very long wall. I mean, if you look at it, it's still, despite of the, erosion that occurred in the area, it's still intact. So, napakatibay niya. Okay. Then, of course, here we are. So, makikita nyo, we're actually on top of it. And an estimate measure of that, this wall in particular, is about 6 feet wide. And it's, it looks straight. Despite the, natural looking texture of the structure, it's straight. And from that distance, it's like 500 meters. 500 meters. So it's very unusual for a wall in the middle of the sea. 500 meters. Very, very unusual. So here we are again. So nakita ko, kasya kaming apat. So apat na kami nakatungtong dyan. So kasya. Ganyan sa kalapad. Okay. And then of course, we also made some, we flew drones, no, or drone, to the area to, capture the details. And, meron kaming mga photos, but it's not included in the presentation. We'll include that later siguro. Yeah. So we found what seemed to be remnants of vertical structures with huge black soft slab. And this is not adobe, by the way. which are at initial inspections made of mixed pottery shards and lime. So these are not ordinary pottery shards. Terracotta and black pottery. And this is not ordinary pottery that we are used to, like yung palayok. Medyo ito ay stoneware, matigas siya. Kaya nyo siyang ipalo, di siyang babasag. Ganun siya katigas. And then, itong structure na to, yan. So makikita nyo, hindi lang siya ordinary structure. Meron block or slab na gawa dito sa ganyang material. No? Yan. And then of course, black sand islands. So if you look at this island, it looks white. But the reason this island is white is because of the remnants of seashells. No? But underneath of that, it's black. Yeah. And what amazes us with this island, it is surrounded by walls. So meron siyang walls. You cannot see it siguro malinaw dito because meron tubig nung bumisita kami. Kasi high tide nun. Pero pag natuyo yan, makikita nyo meron siyang naka-linyang wall. No? Yan. Wall din. No? And then, hindi siya basta wall. Merong mga corners. So, yun ang nakapagtataka. So, the presence of corners on the island is apparently suggesting that it's possibly man-made. Yan. Okay. So, we have now seen walls. Yan. The stretch of the black sand islands with walls around it. Stretch of walls as far as the eye can see. Yan. Black sand island walls or yung pinakitang walls kanina. Yan. And geometric shaped islands. So what it is? Ano kaya ito? So hindi rin namin alam, no? Nung una namin yung siyang makita. So we decided to check other reference. No? So we check it on Google Earth. And here is what we found. So on satellite view, this is the map of Binuangan. So if you look at it, yan nakikita nyo, perfect 90-degree angle. Very, very unusual. Very straight. And then perfect 90-degree angle. It's an island. That's how come an island be of that shape. Very, very unusual. Now we look at other features that also nearby Binuangan. And we're also amazed. Here, look at the area where we saw the walls. Look how straight it is. Yung nakita nyo kami na apat na nakatungtong, nandito kami sa area niya. So ganyan sa kalaki. So I put a scale so for you to determine approximately the distance between this point to this point. So this is 100 meters. So ilan yan? So that is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, almost 800 meters of straight walls. Now if you compare this to Intramuros, madudwarp niya ang Intramuros. Ganun siya kalaki. Pero hindi pa ito nakakagulat. Pagtingin namin, ayun lang siya. Ito lang yung section na yan. Yun lang yung wall na pinakaran namin. How about this one? Gano yan kalaki? So sobrang laki niya. Talagang gulat na gulat kami. At wala nakakaalam nito. So, sobrang laki niya, wala nakakita. Sobrang lapit niya, wala rin nakakita. So, hindi rin namin maintindihan, hindi ka makapaniwala. Now, when we finally decided to expand, no? Yung tinatawag na pag-view namin sa Google Earth, we found out that these walls occupies almost the entire Manila Bay itself. It begins from Well, doon sa nakita namin, based on our observation, doon sa nakita namin sa Google Earth, sa Nabotas, siya nagsimula hanggang sa Bataan. Paikot siya. So, ganun siya kalaki. And then, hindi lang siya isang wall lang. So, kung makita nyo, ilang wall yan. So, crisscrossing Manila Bay. Yan. So, again, makikita nyo, meron din mga maliliit na sections ng wall. Ito yung sa Nabotas area. Now, I also included here the description ng island, for example, yan, no? Sa Lambao Black Sand Island. And I also included the coordinates so for you to check it yourselves. So, para makita nyo, kayo na mismo mag-check. Yan, so makita nyo. So, will you be able to claim that this is, or these are natural? Well, based on observation, most probably it's not. So nakita perfect. Perfect. Ang shape niya, geometric shape, perfect. Okay. So remember the Black Sand Island I showed you a while ago? So ito siya. So this is the Black Sand Island. Ganyan siya kalaki. So, ito yung scale, 100, so this is 50 meters. So imagine na, 50. So this is about 250 meters in length. Or most likely nas 300 meters. Yeah. Ganun siya kalaki. So this entire area is black sand. And then yung walls na dinidescribe ko kanina, nakalubog sa tubig, ayan siya, oh. See? Perfect. Straight line. And then ito pa isa. Perfect din, yun, no? Diba? Okay. Now, hindi lang yan. So we also discovered, just by using Google Earth, that rivers, no, going to Manila Bay are also walled. MUZON River, for example. So, see? Meron siyang wall. Yan. So, these are just some of the rivers that I listed. But, napakadami pa. Sobrang dami. So, kumbaga, short na kasi oras natin. Kaya, okay. So, may Kawayan River is also wall. So, look at the wall. Yan, no? Hindi siya natural. Angat River is also walled. Ayan, no? Perfect. See? So, ayan, again, dun sa mga nililista ko na lugar, so I also included the coordinates. So, for you to check it yourselves, no? Next. Pampanga River. Look at this. Ayan yung walls, nakabaon sa ilalim ng Pampanga River. Ayun. See? And also, may mga structures na ganito. Yan. Very unusual. Yan. So parang square siya, if you look at it, sa Google Earth, pero magkakasunod siya. So it's in kilometers long. So estimate, sa initial research ko, nasa mga about 15 kilometers na haba na puro ganito. So ganito ang size niya. Ito. So if you look at it, ganito ang size niya, 5 meters by 5 meters. So ganun siya kaluwang. So isang block na yun, 5 meters. So again, I included the area and coordinates for you to do your own research. So ayan siya. So matatagpuan siya sa Balaong River, sa Smuan, Pampanga. You can find it. Balaong River sa Smuan, Pampanga. Okay. Okay, so of course we cannot explain this. Well, we we asked government agencies, for example, even the academe, to explain that to us. So we went to the University of the Philippines, National Institute of Geological Sciences. Tinanong namin sila, we asked them questions regarding or any information or any past studies regarding these structures. And they told us nothing. Walang sinabi sila. Sila man hindi nila ma-explain sa amin. So we went again to another institution. So this time it's the Marine Science Institute. So again, we asked the same question. Do you know the existence of these walls in Manila Bay? And they told us nothing. There was one study that was presented to us by a representative from the National Marine Science Institute, but it's on biodiversity aspect. It's not on structural engineering nor architectural aspect. Okay? The next one, the University of the Philippines Archaeology Studies Program Department. We asked them again the same question and they answered to us the same. Sabi nila, wala rin sila alam. They don't know anything about this, they know nothing about it. So, we're persistent for answers. So, we go to Center for Volcan Studies, which we thought local historians can actually tell us, or even folklorists can actually tell us the story behind these walls. And also we found nothing. Except for the history that you can find in Wikipedia, the history that you can find in ordinary reference material in your elementary school books. That's the same history that they told us, that Ubando, Bulacan was declared as a township in 1763, and that Ubando, Bulacan was once a salt farm, and that the area was once used for fishery, for culture of fish ponds, but that's it. So there's no answer regarding these walls. Okay, so we dug up history because we're really persistent for answers, and we found the connection. So this is an old map, the Plan de la Baie de Manil. This is in French, by the way. So it was created by a cartographer named Jacques Nicolas Bellin. So in 1764. Now what is particular about this map? It specifically mentioned the name Binuangan. Not Ubando, not other names in Bulacan like Balagtas nor Malolos, but particularly Binuangan. Now, what's amazing about this map is you can see Binuangan is an island, what we know today. But on this map, Binuangan is still part of the landmass of Bulacan. Okay? Now, of course, we made another trip to the area where we were accompanied by archaeologists from the University of the Philippines. And they made the recommendation that this area should be studied further. Okay. Now, there's also another connection in history. Yan, the Laguna Copper Plate. So, yan nga, gaya ng sinabi ni Ma'am Rojas kanina. So, like what Ma'am Rojas told a while ago. Thank you, Ma'am, for the information regarding Binuangan. So, Binuangan is being mentioned in the Laguna Copper Plate itself. Ayan, malinaw na malinaw. Oh, sorry. Ayan. So, ayan. Yan, Binuangan. Okay, so based on our review, so here's what we found. Despite having no specific answer, yan. So meron talagang walled river and creeks. So there are walled river and creeks going to Manila Bay. Man-made islands, black sand islands, walls themselves that stretch toward the sea, and other possible man-made structures. So, yan ang, kumbaga, ang observation namin. But regarding further information on these structures, still wala pa. So, but our organization, Kasaysayan Hunters, is, well, composed of individuals from all walks of life with the common passion for seeking the true history of the Filipino people. So, I, together with equally dedicated colleagues, have studied, researched, and analyzed all the data that we gathered. Scientific analysis will be presented later by Sir John Michael Caime. And we have concluded, of course, that the following structures are present. So yan, walled rivers and creeks, man-made island, black sand islands, walls themselves that stretch toward the sea, other possible man-made structures. Now, I am encouraging other individuals, particularly those who are experts in the field, to study this discovery further. This promising discovery may become a formidable historical narrative that can become the foundation of our history. Well, so itong motto ko, no? History is a powerful weapon. So claim, protect, and defend your history. For generations, our history has been written for us by our colonizers, and we have accepted them today as facts. Now is the time that we change that mindset, as it is a duty of every Filipino to discover and write our history. So ako po mismo, I'm encouraging you to participate and actually create our own history. I think this is the time, because just like this motto, history is a powerful weapon. If China can weaponize history, and so are we. Okay, so that's it, and thank you guys for coming to this event.